Okay, so this time we're going to talk about Dragon Fist from 1979. So we have once again director Lo Wei teaming with Jackie Chan, 2 years after To Kill with Intrigue. So in this one, it's a similar thing in the sense that it is a revenge piece. You have Jackie Chan, who is a disciple at this martial arts school, and the master of the school is killed by the head of a rival clan, so you have the element of warring clans here again. And of course, Jackie Chan ultimately sets off on a quest for revenge against the man who murdered his master. But like with Kill with Intrigue, as things transpired, it was revealed that there was more at play than first appeared. We have a similar thing here. So, obviously, Jackie Chan sets off on his quest for vengeance. He's going to confront the head of the rival clan and face him in a duel to the death. But it's then revealed that there is a third party that comes into the mix, another clan who's basically engaged in all sorts of illegal activities and is planning on running roughshod, and is basically looking to see what's the situation is here with Jackie Chan and this clan, and they decide, right, we have an opportunity here to exploit this and take advantage of the situation, and we can buddy up to Jackie Chan's character and manipulate him, and he can be our pawn that we can manipulate, because the clan that Jackie Chan has this vendetta against, this third party also wants them out of the way as well. So it's one of those, there's a lot of elements at play here, but what's ultimately revealed, who we initially are introduced to as being a villainous character, you know, the guy who kills Jackie Chan's master, you ultimately realise that this guy, he isn't a bad guy. It was a tremendous tragic error of judgment that he made, and he let his ego get the best of him. And he's lived with the guilt, because there's a passage of 3 years before the main body, like in between the opening sequence where the inciting incident happens, and then we pick up 3 years later where Jackie Chan's completed his training and he's found his resolve and he's decided, right, now's the time to go and get revenge. So in that 3 year period, this guy, the head of the rival clan, obviously he's lived with what he did, you know. He's suffered great personal tragedy as a consequence of his actions. So obviously he's very, very remorseful, and he wants to atone for what he's done. So of course, when the fateful day arrives, when Jackie rocks up to his temple, he's obviously, you know, he's very understanding. Obviously he wants to make amends, but his clan, they are by no means villainous. You know, they're very honourable, and they are, in a lot of ways, they are the true good guys of this thing, because they see what this third party's doing, and they're trying their best to maintain law and order and keep them, you know, at bay and pacify them. So really, you know, there's a lot of manipulation here, and there's a lot of tragedy in this. And the guy who is initially introduced to us as a villainous character ultimately is revealed to be, oh no, wait, he's the most honourable character in the film, and he's the best of the best, basically, and his clan, they are the real good guys here. So it's ultimately this third party that comes in. They're the villainous ones, and for a large portion of this movie, they're the ones profiting from this whole thing. You know, they've seen him, you know, this guy in Jackie Chan's character who's suffered, obviously, a tremendous wrongdoing, you know, and obviously his clan has been, you know, very, very much wronged. So you've got a guy who's trying to regain honour for his clan and, see justice done, and they think, right, okay, we can manipulate this. So there's a lot going on here, much like in Kill with Intrigue. What I will say though is this film is a much more hard-hitting and a much grittier piece than what To Kill with Intrigue was. Obviously with To Kill with Intrigue, that I think it's safe to say that had more of the whimsical about it, and obviously you had the romantic element in play there with Jackie Chan and his bride to be. Whereas in this piece, this is obviously, it's much more focused on the revenge and the, it has a crime element, of course, like almost like a mobster element. It is passing, it's very much by the way, but it's there, and it does add something to the film. And even in terms of the action in this one, obviously you still have the outlandishness in parts. There's a lot of flying around, and obviously the over-the-top sound effects, which are obviously part and parcel of these types of films. But this one is a lot more hard-hitting overall, and it's interesting to compare the character that Jackie Chan plays in this one to his To Kill with Intrigue character, because they are both serious roles for him, definitely, and he plays them both straight. But what's interesting with the character that we get in Dragon Fist, he does have more of an edge to him, I think, and he is there's more to this character, I think. I really do. And so if I was to pick the more interesting character out of the two films, I would say the character in Dragon Fist is the more interesting and complex character. But they both have their own, they have good things about them and bad things about them. Obviously, Dragon Fist has the more interesting character and the more hard-hitting fight scenes and the grittier stuff. But obviously with To Kill with Intrigue, that has obviously the whimsical stuff and the romantic stuff, and also what is, I think, superior about To Kill with Intrigue is the production design. Obviously, because everything in To Kill with Intrigue is stunning. The natural locations that they had in South Korea where they filmed it, of course the gorgeous set designs and the gorgeous costuming as well. There's something about that one, that's on another level in terms of production design. Of course, production design in Dragon Fist it's really good, and obviously there's plenty of natural locations, and various temples that are on show here. So there's great stuff in here in terms of the production side, and again, costuming is good, but I think there was just that extra little spark that To Kill with Intrigue has. In that sense, that's on another level. Whereas, and I suppose that should be the case, because obviously in Dragon Fist, with it being grittier and hard hitting, you're not going so much for that pristine. You don't want everything to look pristine and immaculate. You want this one to be a bit more down and dirty, and also the fights that they get into in this, you don't want all the fancy costuming so much. So it serves its purpose. It's all purposefully done. But again, Lo Wei and Jackie Chan, they are a winning combination in both films. And again, it's very, very interesting stuff, because obviously in both films you get initially something that's presented as a straightforward revenge plot, but in both cases it's revealed that there is more at play here and there's something greater at work. So it's interesting. Obviously they've took a concept, the revenge mission, is nothing new by any means, but it's an interesting spin that both movies have in different ways. So they're both very interesting films and well done films. And again, much like when I watched To Kill with Intrigue, I watched that in the original Mandarin with the English subtitles. I did the same thing here with Dragon Fist. Watched it in the Mandarin with the English subtitles, and it helped me to get more invested into what was going on and to take it more seriously. And again, the Blu-ray here from 88 Films once again, they've done an absolutely phenomenal job. Again, they've got wonderful artwork that they've commissioned for the Blu-ray cover, and in terms of the restoration job, it's a beautiful looking film. They did a gorgeous job on To Kill with Intrigue. They've done a phenomenal job here again with Dragon Fist. So I think this is definitely one to see if you're a Jackie fan. And again, another example of him taking on this more serious, harder hitting role. And again, some wonderful fight sequences in this. The finale is something to behold. But again, it's a really great piece, and it's one of those I'd highly recommend. I'd get both, I would say, To Kill with Intrigue and Dragon Fist. They're a nice double bill, you know. Obviously Lo Wei directing, Jackie Chan starring, and you know, similar elements in terms of revenge plot, but a revenge plot with more going on than is first hinted at. But that pretty much wraps this up. So that was Dragon Fist from 1979. So again, it's really pleased with that one. So that wraps this up. Again, please feel free to share your thoughts if you're a fan of the film, or again, just a Jackie Chan fan in general. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for listening to me ramble. I hope you found it interesting or entertaining. I hope you got something out of it. Thank you for your indulgence, and I will see you all in the next one. Thank you, everybody. Bye bye.